Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the High Tempo Sports Podcast, episode 163. We are back today for another weekly episode. Once again, like always, before you watch the rest of this podcast, go check out our last one. We did the 25 and under NBA draft. We did that this weekend. Super fun video. I always love doing them videos. It was with Barry Hill and Tebow. That's like we've done like two of those with them now. We did the 30 and under older draft, so really fun.
Yeah, we're planning on doing the 26 through 29 draft.
Are we actually going to do that?
I don't think so. I don't think there's a reason.
It'd be kind of funny.
It would be for the memes. It would be good.
It'd be funny for the memes. Yeah.
While you're checking out our last podcast, give us a like on this one. We need more likes on our videos.
Yeah,
we're not getting enough likes anymore.
I mean, like if you're watching it, like just hit the like button. Even if you don't, I don't care if you actually like it or not. Just hit it.
It's not necessary to hit it.
Exactly.
It's not a requirement.
So yeah, do that. Obviously, go check us out on TikTok. Everything else. We're recording this on Tuesday today, so usually record our weekly episodes on Wednesday night. It's Tuesday night right now. We're doing this before the Michigan State-Kentucky game, so just so you know, when we're recording this, you're not listening to this like, dude, the game already happened.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Jaden Akins played really well. I think he had like 21 or something. He had a really good game.
That's your guess.
Matty Sissoko really held down the interior tonight. What did you think?
Hopefully that's something that goes down.
About.
And like the college football playoff comes out tonight, so we're not going to be discussing that, even though it's not like anything changed. There was no big upsets. TCU won, so they're sticking around in the top four. So yeah, we're ready to hop right into it. The first thing we need to talk about is the most important thing, and that is the Detroit Lions got a dub this weekend against the Chicago Bears. What a thrilling game. Exactly what we thought was going to happen coming into the game happened. Justin Fields ran all over our defense and was having me really scared and really nervous. But Lions comeback dub. Jeff Okudah, pick six. Jared Goff leads the final drive down. We got a little help from the refs. Mm-hmm. Not saying that like they was bad calls. Just, I mean, I guess we got help from the Bears because they just could not stop committing penalties. But we finally took advantage of that and got the dub.
Yeah, Dan Campbell's first road win, which is huge. I imagine that's like a massive hump.
I'm going to go run grab my water really fast.
Yeah, you're good. I imagine that's a massive hump to get over as an NFL head coach. Just because the environments matter so much more when you're doing the NFL thing. Getting a win in Chicago is huge, in-division rival, and we're kind of fighting to get frisky, maybe. I mean, Green Bay's win isn't great to get us really, really frisky for the playoffs, but we're winning in the last 2 weeks. We beat the teams that are in front of us, and that's all we want as Lions fans. You know, everything else will fall into place, doesn't matter.
Dan Campbell now has as many division NFC North wins in the last 2 weeks as Matt Patricia had in his entire 3 years as the Detroit Lions head coach. So I don't want to hear the Matt Patricia is better than Dan Campbell thing. He's not. Dan Campbell clearly is.
Hold on. Matt Patricia didn't win 2 division games.
He won 2. He didn't win 3.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. That stat is eye-opening.
It's crazy. Dan Campbell has twice as many as that now. He won 3 games last year, and 2 of them were in division.
You literally cannot make the playoffs with that kind of thing going on.
You definitely can't. Like, there's no way you can.
It's so ugly. Holy shit, Matt Patricia. And he's still in the NFL as a coach.
Yeah, not a head coach. But
who would have thought? That guy's terrible.
Yeah, like you said, though, the Lions have an opportunity to make things interesting. Obviously, there's still a long road ahead of making the playoffs, but there is a world where we can make the playoffs now. This team is finally starting to get healthy. You know, Jeff Okudah had a scary injury 2 weeks ago where he collided with Kirby Joseph. Both of them ended up playing. Okudah gets the pick six. Shout out to him. That is one thing I do want to say. Jeff Okudah is not getting enough love right now. You know, he was getting the love the first like 3 games of the year, and then DK said that shit about him, and like everyone kind of just like forgot about Jeff Okudah. Jeff Okudah is a franchise cornerback at this point. He has beaten the bust allegations. Everybody who said that is no longer. I mean, he's not just a pick six. He's making plays all over the field. He's a great tackler too. Like he's almost like a safety out there, but he plays good one-on-one man coverage. Shout out to Jeff Okudah for being him.
Yeah, his confidence is just booming as of recently. When you watch him play, he just looks so comfortable. And I do believe that's the shakeup in the front office that's done that. So credit Dan Campbell for bringing it out of Jeff Okudah as well.
And picking off his old teammate, Justin Fields, too. Like, what a cool moment that's got to be from him. But yeah, like this team is finally becoming healthy with like Jerry Jacobs coming back. Jamison Williams obviously isn't back yet, but we are going to see him eventually. The wide receivers, obviously, there's still some injuries going on there with Josh Reynolds, DJ Shark. But DeAndre Swift seems like he's a little healthier. He still made some big plays in this game. And all around, just a good win for this Lions team. A win that we really needed. Obviously, like you said, Dan Campbell's first road win. Always nice to beat the Bears. And we take on the Giants this week. It's going to be a tough game, but 100% a winnable game for the Lions.
Yeah, especially with how interesting Giants games have been as of recently, and the whole season for that matter. They don't win by many more points than a touchdown.
No.
They're winning very close games. So as long as we can keep it close with the Giants, we give ourselves a chance at the end of the game to pull away, which is all you can ask, as from the Lions especially.
So obviously the Lions playoff push. Let's talk about how realistic the Lions playoff push is. Currently, the Lions are sitting in 12th place in the NFC, and obviously only 7 teams make the playoffs. At this current state, it's looking like the Giants and Cowboys are most likely going to lock down 2 of those wild card spots. There's a world, the Cowboys are 6-3. There's a world where they go on a losing streak. They have Minnesota this week. There's an opportunity for that. The Giants at 7-2, it's going to be tough. They would have to win one more game the rest of the year and lose 7 more. So there's a chance, but I'm going to lock the Giants into a wild card spot at this point. The San Francisco 49ers are the 7th seed. This team on paper is a lot better than 5-4, so it's a tough world to see them losing out a lot of games as well. There's your 3 wild card teams right there. So it's tough, obviously we're going to have to replace one of those teams. But that's just the top 3. We have Washington sitting at 5-5. They've been red hot lately.
Yeah, they have been.
Green Bay, we have the tiebreaker over. I'm not really worried about Green Bay. Atlanta, I'm not really worried about them. They're 4-6. Arizona is 4-6. It's they're a solid team. They're I don't like the Cardinals, but we still have to worry about them. And then we are there, and then the Rams are right behind us. Not too worried about them, especially after the Cooper Kupp injury. So yeah, the Lions, the remainder of the schedule, we have, this is just off the top of my head, so I might be missing a game. But we have Giants, Bills, then Jags, and then we play Bears, Packers, Vikings all another time, and then the Carolina Panthers. That was 7 games. We played 9, so I'm missing one. Jets,
I can't believe you can do that, though. That's pretty crazy that you've got the whole
Pay attention
schedule
to
down.
it, man.
You're locked in.
So of those games, like I said, we play each division team one more time. I could see us losing one of those games, whether it's to the Vikings, which I feel like we got to get our revenge on the Vikings.
We do.
Whether it's to the Packers at Lambeau Field, I don't think it's going to be against the Bears. I just don't see a world where we win all 3 of those games. If being honest, we are the Lions.
Seems crazy.
Exactly. So let's assume we lose one of those. We go 2-1 out of those 3 games. The 3 games against the New York teams: Giants, Bills, Jets. Gotta win 2 out of 3 out of those. It's a stretch, but you got to do it. Hopefully you can win one of them, obviously, because these are 3 really good teams. But you gotta try to win 2 of these games, because 3 more losses is 9 losses. That's below 500. If we're looking at actually a world where we make the playoffs, we can't be below 500.
No.
So those are games where hopefully we can scrap out 1 win, but I would love 2, obviously.
Yeah, beating those New York teams is so tough. They're just all so good right now and playing such good football, especially running the football with the Giants. That is so scary going into this game.
And then what was the last 2 I said? The Panthers
and the
And it was the Jags. Panthers, Jags, got to win both of those games. Those are 2 dubs. Jags at home. Panthers, they got to start tanking at some point. So those got to be dubs. So in a world where we lose 2 more games the rest of the year, let's just say it's like Vikings, Bills. Let's just hypothetically, let's say we lose to those 2 teams the rest of the year. There's a world where we lose to all 3 New York teams and lose all 3 division games too. It easily could happen. That would put us at 9-8 with a chance to get into the playoffs. The only problem that sucks is the NFC West, the 49ers division, that we thought was this really highly competitive division this year. It's not looking like that anymore, with the Rams obviously being bad. The Arizona Cardinals have not looked good, and Kyler Murray is now injured. The Seahawks are good, but how good are they truly? I think they are still a playoff team for sure. So maybe there's a world where San Francisco takes that spot from Seattle, and Seattle starts to fall off. I've been really trying to explore all scenarios that can get the Lions into the playoffs. but it all starts with us winning games.
Yeah, if we don't beat the team that's in front of us, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
And that's kind of the outlook I hope the Lions have. Nothing matters if you don't win. There's nothing that can come from it. You're never going to make the playoffs by losing to these teams. You just got to win.
Yeah.
And it starts there.
And obviously, I want this Lions team to have a top pick, so if we do lose a bunch of games, it's whatever. Okay. But I think I would rather have, for Dan Campbell's sake, get some wins the rest of this year. Win some games. Get to that 7-win mark. That would be a nice goal for him, just for his sake as the future of the coach of this team. You have back-to-back 3-win seasons or whatever. It's not great. It's not a good sign for you. I know you have a chance of getting Bryce Young, but we have the Rams pick anyway. The Rams suck.
Yeah, the Rams might get us Bryce Young.
Exactly. Literally, it could happen. So, let's just rely on that pick to be good. And let's just try to keep winning games. Yep. You have 2 top 16 picks at the end of the year. That's a straight W. We got Hutch and J-Mo with that last year. So, that's pretty much it for the Lions talk. Just great last 2 weekends. I mean, we had Lions dubs, Michigan and Michigan State football wins the last 2 weekends. Fantasy dubs for me. I don't know about you, but
I'm 2-0 in my big fantasy.
There you go. Yeah,
weeks.
I've been absolutely balling across all leagues the last 2 weeks. So.
I haven't, but sleeper, I'm nuts in dynasty basketball.
I'm 2-0 in dynasty basketball too.
Me too.
It's just all straight W's right now. So let's talk about weekly picks. Yeah, I guess we can just get into weekly picks. Last week, we had 4 teams on bye, so it was 5 spread picks once again. The last couple weeks have been tight between us. It's just been tiebreaker or win by 1 or 2. This week, it was a what's the word I'm looking for? A lopsided affair here. Because it's nice, it's nice to have a breather from these close games.
Well, especially with me, because I get stressed as you keep talking, and I don't actually know the results.
Right, you never do.
And so it's
any guesses on who did good, who did bad?
I'm gonna say I did good.
You did not do good. 8 out of 19 for you this week. 2 out of 5 on the spread picks. We had a lot of different picks this week, so obviously that tells. I got 13 out of 19. Went 3 for 5 on the spread picks. I picked a lot of the right upsets, which helped me out a lot. Like Washington Monday night.
Yeah, you
was
did
really
pick
surprised
that.
I took that one.
I think I took Philly and the spread.
You did take Philly and the spread. Yeah. That is correct. God. There was a couple other upset picks. I guess I might as well just look at here real quick. Last week I took the Colts to beat the Raiders. You took the Raiders. I took the Cardinals to beat the Rams. You took the Rams. Took the Steelers to beat the Saints. You took the Saints. So
yeah, major L's. Definitely L territory for me.
Yeah.
Oh man, are we tied now?
We are tied 5-5. Dude. You had a 5-3 lead. Now it's right back to the tie. So we're just keeping it close.
Whoever is writing this script is kicking
They do
ass.
a good job. Let's have something nuts happen this week.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Script writer, put something crazy in this week.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's get into weekly picks.
High tempo weekly picks.
High tempo weekly picks.
All NFL games of the week.
What teams are gonna cover the spread?
Season 3.
Welcome back, the Sun God. High tempo weekly picks.
That was the weekly picks. Let's get into it. We got 4 teams on bye this week: Jacksonville, Miami, Seattle, and Tampa Bay. So once again, 5 spread picks on the board. Thursday Night Football, we have the 6-3 Tennessee Titans taking on the 4-6 Green Bay Packers.
We need the Packers to lose, so this is an easy pick. Tennessee all day.
Exactly, Tennessee all day. That is going to start to become a occurring theme for weekly picks for me. I'm going to usually take the team that I need the other team to lose for the Lions' sake. Might not be the best pick for just picking games, but I got to root for it. I want to double down on it anyway. So give me the Titans. Next, we have the 3-7 Carolina Panthers taking on the 6-3 Baltimore Ravens.
Like you said, at some point, the Panthers got to lose a lot of games here. A lot. They should be trying for Bryce Young. Hopefully, C.J. Stroud is who they're trying for. And Baltimore looks good. Their team is just playing well, and they continue. Mark Andrews has not been playing. but I'm still taking Baltimore.
Yeah, give me Baltimore as well, and I am going to take Baltimore minus 12.5. I think they can do that. Like you said, Carolina, they got division game against Atlanta last week, had to get their revenge. Thursday Night Football, I understand winning. This week, no, just lose big to Baltimore. Don't even make it close. By the way, like I said, we are recording this on Tuesday, so there's a very high chance by Sunday these lines are moved a little bit, but whatever.
So we're doing our best.
Yeah,
we really
who cares?
are.
We're really trying.
We are trying, and we try every day. Every day.
Next, we have the 3-6 Cleveland Browns taking on the 6-3 Buffalo Bills.
Give me Buffalo in this game. However, Buffalo's proven that they can be run on. You can run the football against Buffalo. They are not built for that. Their defense is much more built to stop a Patrick Mahomes type of guy than the runners. So I'm taking Cleveland plus 8.5.
Ooh,
I think Nick Chubb we could see a huge day out of Nick Chubb.
I like that. I probably should have taken that. I really struggled with my picks this week, my spread picks.
I've got one that I don't have the number on, so I'm going to need you to get the number for me because I switched it while we were doing the podcast.
Pull it up right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really struggled with my picks this week. I mean, I guess I'm going to spoil a little bit, but I feel like I took a lot of the underdogs this week, so maybe that's why I struggled.
It's way worse because then you have to take the favorites and their spreads are too big.
Exactly, and I just don't like doing that. Let me just pull it up real quick so you can write it down. NFL. All right, I have like so much money in my account, so don't make any bets or anything.
All right, well, I just won't even. I'll try not to say anything. Oh my God,
it's at zero.
It's $1 million.
All I'm saying is, for Eastern Michigan tonight, I wanted to save some money in my account for Thursday night. Eastern Michigan is plus 6.5 against Bradley tonight. I mean,
that's so easy.
I doubled down, dude. I put money on plus 6.5 and the money line. Like
how much?
Just 5 on each.
I would have put 1,000.
Yeah, usually,
we're good.
Usually, I like doing that, but
yeah, when you're slinging pocket change.
Yeah, exactly. All right, where did we leave off? Oh yeah, Buffalo. I'm taking Buffalo to win this game, but I didn't want to mess with the spread. Buffalo's been looking weird lately. Josh Allen's banged up. What a crazy ending. Let's talk about that game. Actually, the Vikings Bills
game of the year.
Craziest ending to a regular season game I've seen in quite some time. Justin Jefferson with the crazy one-handed snag and then the crazy goal line catch for a touchdown that wasn't actually a touchdown. And then they couldn't get in the end zone. Kirk Cousins tries getting in, gets stuffed, and it was like, oh, this game's over.
Yep.
And then obviously first snap, and everyone's saying, oh, he should have took a safety. Like, yeah, you can say that, but also I would just expect him to not fumble the snap.
You don't plan on something going that wrong.
Exactly.
Like, that is a once in a lifetime.
And at least you try to get yards, and if you get a safety, it happens, But Josh Allen fumbles the snap on the half-yard line. Vikings recover in the end zone for a touchdown. But they still had enough time to come down the field, kick the field goal, head to overtime, and Vikings come down and get a field goal. Josh Allen throws a pick in OT.
That bad pick.
Yeah, it was bad.
But he was going at the best receiver on the field, Gabe Davis, which is really nice to know.
Yeah.
For future plans.
Fantasy owner Gabe Davis over here.
What an incredible end. And Justin Jefferson has separated himself as... Maybe he hasn't separated himself.
I was going to say, I don't know if he's
separated himself. But he is just so unbelievable. The fact that he made the Odell catch while somebody else was catching it with two hands and still wound up with the football on the unbelievable, Jets. Unbelievable.
It was one of the craziest games ever. Kirk Cousins, 1 p.m. It's still not. He just is nuts at 1 o'clock.
He's the man.
He did throw a couple picks in that game. And that's the thing. I was legit thinking, dude, Kirk Cousins, the 1 p.m. slot is over. These guys suck. They were getting blown out. Nope, crazy comeback. They end up winning the game. And I didn't really want him to win, but also it was cool. It was a crazy game, so I didn't really care who won.
Yeah, I was definitely rooting against Minnesota.
Yeah.
I was definitely okay, but I have Gabe Davis. There's other factors at it, but and I think Minnesota's still frauds.
Yeah, I do too. I'm not gonna lie, I still do.
I'm still not sold.
But anyways, back to this Buffalo game this Sunday. Also, it looks like there's going to be as of right now, like I said, this is quite early. This game's going to be hella snowy, they're saying. A bunch of snow, a bunch of wind. The over points has gotten moved down 4 points already just from yesterday's opening to today. And I assume it's going to get even lower. So I'm taking the Bills still, but this is just something to consider for all you bettors out there. Maybe them lowering it is making you want to take the under, and it's the snowy under. No, snowy overs all day around here. Chubb is going to have hella TDs. Allen's running all
That's
over
what I'm
him.
saying. Josh Allen might look like a snow monster out there.
He might look like the abominable snowman.
Yeah. Holy moly. First try.
Holy crap.
Abominable.
Abominable?
You said it the first time.
Abominable?
Abominable. I don't know.
I don't know either. You look like a
I
Yeti
think
out
there's
there.
a
We'll
D-
go with that.
D in there.
I think there is too. Yeah, give me the Bills, but no spreads. Next, let's talk about the 8-1 Philadelphia Eagles taking on the rejuvenated 4-5-1 Indianapolis Colts.
Man, you nailed Philly's first loss after trying to predict it for like 4 straight weeks.
You can say I nailed it, but like I also tried to do it like 4 weeks in a
So,
row up to that point.
But like low key,
But the one
Nostradamus.
time I bet on it, though, it happened. So
Oh, really?
like I'm cool with it.
Okay,
yeah.
Nostradamus.
That's what I'm
I see
saying,
you.
yeah.
I'm taking Philly in this game because they're still a really good football team. You got to lose every once in a while. However, I'm not like sure that Indy is bad anymore. Jeff Saturday might just be the answer. And I'm taking their spread at +6.5. Maybe it's a close game. It's kind of a safety pick. Philadelphia might take an Arizona Cardinals type move. I don't think so. I think
That's what I saw too, yeah.
I think they're really talented. But I could see Indy coming in here and messing some stuff up. I really could.
Me too. I did the same exact thing. Give me the Eagles, but give me the Colts +6.5. It looks like Jonathan Taylor, he got as much carries as he did in week 1 or since week 1 last week, and he had a big run. It was a nice game for him, 150 yards, I'm pretty sure. Matt Ryan starting again, which I think is the answer. I understood like you wanted to make a change with Sam Ellinger, but Sam
That's
Ellinger
not the
didn't prove
move.
anything.
No.
He's really bad. This team's still trying to win games, so like
You went out and got Matt Ryan as the
Yeah.
thing to be your starter. I guess you can say the same for the rookie drafted QB.
True, but you didn't draft Sam Ellinger to be your next franchise QB.
No.
You drafted Matt Ryan to try to help you win a Super Bowl. Obviously, this team is much, they're not on that level anymore. But it was nice to see Jeff Saturday go back to the guy that, I thought Matt Ryan, there was talk about him being hurt too. Who knows? But he played solid, and they got the win over the Las Vegas Raiders. So I'm taking the Colts +6.5. I think I almost took Colts money line, but I'm not going to. So give me the Eagles. Next, we have the 6-3 New York Jets taking on the 5-4 New England Patriots.
I'm taking the Jets in this game. Historically, New England owns the Jets, especially in the Belichick era, but they basically own everybody in the Belichick era.
Right.
There's not many teams that got wins against them. I'm taking the Jets, and like you said, you struggled with picks this week. I struggled with spread picks this week.
Yeah.
Man. I'm taking the Jets at -3.5. I'm not sure about it. I'm really not sure.
I think the Jets are the underdog in this game. I'm pretty sure. Because I have the Patriots -3.5.
Okay, I might have done it wrong then. Well, shit.
Do you want to look at my thing again just so you can pick a different one?
Yeah.
Unless you just take the Patriots and the Jets
No.
+3.5.
No.
I mean, you can do that. But yeah, you did take the
suck.
Jets. Yeah. All right, let me pull it up real quick.
We're going back to the drawing board.
Back to the Moneymaker app. All right.
Well, shit. Oh, what's the Washington-Houston line?
Let me look. I think Houston's +3.5. I'm pretty sure.
That's where I took it.
Wait.
If Washington is -3.5, that's why I took it.
Why is it showing me Houston versus Miami? That's in 2 weeks, bruh.
You scroll too far?
No.
I think I actually took Washington's spread, but it's next to the Jets spread.
Houston +3.5.
Okay, so I took Washington.
And Washington's -3.5.
So I didn't take anything in the Jets.
Okay. You just picked the Jets to win.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jets to win.
Got you. Yeah, I'm taking the New England Patriots in this game, and I already said I'm taking the Patriots -3.5. The Jets are coming off a bye. I know. I think the Patriots are too, actually. Yeah, they both are.
They are.
But it gives Mac Jones time to heal up. Look, Mac Jones almost won Rookie of the Year last year with Justin Jefferson having the historic, or Jamar Chase having the historic year. Mac Jones is still a good quarterback. I know that he's having these problems. And also, we need some stuff to go down with the Jets so we can beat them in like 2-3 weeks. So let's hope that they start to go on an L streak and they hate playing there. They all point fingers at Zach Wilson. He sucks. He's the reason,
Yeah.
Drama goes down.
And he's talking to my mom.
Yeah, exactly. That too. So I'm taking the Patriots -3.5. And I do like the Jets' young core. Like, they're a cool team. But
Yeah, they are, but
we got to play them in a couple
gotta
weeks.
win.
So I hate them
We got
until
football
then.
games to win.
Yeah. Next, we have the 5-5 Washington Commanders taking on the 1-7-1 Houston Texans.
Let's avoid all the confusion. Give me Washington. Give me their spread at -3.5. That's all. Houston is terrible. Washington looks good. Their offense they score boatloads of points. They actually have so many weapons between Curtis Samuel, Terry McLaurin. Gibson's been very, very good in his role. He's been excelling. And B-Rob looks like a monster as a more workhorse type back. And I'm even forgetting a wide receiver. Did I mention Terry McLaurin?
Yeah.
He had a great week, too.
I think you did say McLaurin. I don't know, though.
Who's the third wide receiver?
Samuel? You say him?
I said him.
Jahan Dotson, he's been hurt, though.
Dotson. But yeah,
I think he did just come
hurt.
back, though, this week.
But you are right. He has been hurt. So
I am doing something crazy in this game. Give me the Houston Texans to win. Look, they're 1-7-1. They're the clear baddest team in the NFL at this point. The baddest of them all. The only other 2-win team is the Las Vegas Raiders. The Jags might have 2 wins. I can't remember. They're on bye, so I don't have their record written down. They might. But, if we're being realistic, you don't got to worry about the Raiders are going to win at least one more game. Jacksonville, they'll probably get one more win. Houston, you can afford to get a dub here. You're at home. This line is really close for some reason, so it's making me think, man, Houston might win. So give me Houston. Washington's on this hot streak. It's just a perfect time for you to lose to a terrible team.
Yep.
So give me the Texans, and obviously it helps out the Detroit Lions.
One of those situations where you feel like Vegas might know a little bit more.
Right, exactly, because they always do. It's not one of the situations.
Yeah,
it's every situation. Except Lions money line last 2 weeks. It's just been easy cash money.
Easy.
Come on, what are we
You bet
doing?
on that every week?
Just the last 2 weeks.
Oh, dude.
Isn't that weird?
Now you're starting a problem.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah, but I don't put a lot on it. I just put
No, I'm just saying the fact that you have to for us to win
I know.
is a problem.
Well, when they're underdogs, I'm getting games that I think they're going to win.
It's
duh.
too easy.
Like this
It's too
week, I
easy.
already did. I literally already have.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. This has just turned into an episode about me talking about my bets. All right. Next, we have the 3-6 LA Rams taking on the 3-7 New Orleans Saints.
Give me the Saints. LA has got nobody. Maybe Allen Robinson is viable now in fantasy and such, but this team is just bad.
Yeah. This is a battle of two just teams I thought were going to be good this year, and they're not. Both three wins. So whichever team loses or wins this game, it doesn't really matter for the Lions' sake. I am going to take the Rams in this game. It just feels like they got to win a game eventually. But I don't know the status of Matthew Stafford and his concussion. Cooper Kupp is out. He got on IR with an ankle sprain. He's having surgery. So there's a good chance he misses the rest of the season, especially if the Rams continue to lose. But I think the Rams are going to win this one. They don't have their pick, so they at least got to try to win games. But if my pick is wrong here and the Rams lose, I'm cool with it. Lions have our pick. So
Yes,
there we
sir.
go. Next, we have the 3-6 Detroit Lions taking on the 7-2 New York Giants.
I think it's clear who I'm going with. It's the Detroit Lions, baby. We need a win, and we need to just pile them up. We might as well win out.
Right?
Screw.
I don't see why
Screw
not.
losing 2 more games.
Yeah, right?
Let's just win them all.
I don't see why we can't.
I don't see either. Go Lions.
Go Lions. Give me the Lions here. Look, the Giants are a team that I've admired all year. These might be 2 of the most similar coaches in the NFL as far as mindset goes. Brian Dabble he's a lot like Dan Campbell, he's just that player guy that is really fired up all the time.
Snowflakes falling in the room before work.
He's really cool, and so I do like this matchup a lot because I like the Giants. Saquon Barkley, he's gonna torch the Lions. It's gonna happen, but it was just like Justin Fields. We knew it was gonna happen, but can we do all the other things right so that happens and we still win? I think so, but it just sucks. They also have Daniel Jones too, so it's like he can run on us as well. But we got to lock them down. Offensively, we got to come to play. We have a road win under our belt, so we know what it takes now. Let's do it again. Giants, they're 7-2. It doesn't feel right. This team is not 7-2 good. They got to start losing. It starts this week. Lions win.
It's huge. This is the week. This is the week.
Let's go. Next, we have the 3-7. Thanks to the Lions, Chicago Bears taking on the 4-6 Atlanta Falcons.
Give me the Falcons. We can't be competing with the Bears. I don't want to have to worry about them next time we play them. I hope they're in full tank mode the next time we play them, and they're tanking for Who's the safety? Will.
You mean at Will Anderson?
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
an edge rusher.
Oh,
Yeah,
awkward.
but he is going to be a top pick. Yes,
Anyways,
you're right.
Atlanta.
I'm taking the Chicago Bears in this game, surprisingly. Look, the Falcons got embarrassed by the Carolina Panthers on Thursday night. Marcus Mariota, dude, that little throw he had when he was already laying on the ground. Come on, Marcus.
The worst.
What are we doing?
Marcus.
The Bears, look, as much as I hate to admit it, Justin Fields is pretty solid. Like,
Yeah, he
he's
is.
played good. The Bears' offense is rejuvenated. This could be a high-scoring game. I think the Bears win. It's another scenario where it doesn't matter because, like, the Lions could use both of these teams to lose anyways. Falcons have one more win than the Bears, and we own the tiebreaker over the Bears. So, sure, I'll take the Bears to win and the Falcons to lose.
Respect.
Next, we have the 2-7 Las Vegas Raiders taking on the 3-6 Denver Broncos.
This game
Ew.
is the battle of the most disappointing teams in the NFL this season. No doubt. I don't think any teams compare other than the Rams.
The Rams, maybe, yeah.
These teams are just a shit show. They're a barn fire. They suck. I hate watching both these teams. I'm not going to watch this game. I'm not turning it on. Give me Denver to win the game.
Yeah, this one is tough. Like you said, these are two terrible teams. Derek Carr in his post-game press conference after the game Sunday was really emotional, started crying. He's really pissed off about how this season is going. And it was sad. It was actually sad watching it. And I feel for him because I'm high on the Raiders. I picked them to make the playoffs this year. I talked like 3 weeks ago, said that they are like
Underrated.
sleeper team, like low-key. They are going to end up making the playoffs still. They're not. They're bad. Josh McDaniels, see you later. Out the door. Peace out. I already saw Lamar Jackson and Sean Payton Raiders edit on Twitter this morning, so it's just like, all right.
Cool it with that shit because he's coming to the Lions. Like, has it
Exactly,
ever
yeah.
been more obvious?
That's what I'm saying. But this is one of them games that I don't know what to do. So I'm taking the Broncos, but I'm taking the Raiders plus 2.5. Like I said,
The
I
safe
struggled
play.
with the spread picks. I hate doing these. I hate taking the cop-out picks.
Yeah.
But this is one of them games where I needed an extra pick. I'm like, you know what? I don't know who's going to win. Sure, I'll do this. So
Game has the makings for being the worst football game ever. I
Yeah.
mean, it very well could be.
Definitely does.
The game might be played behind the 50-yard line, both sides of the ball.
yeah,
the whole
literally.
game.
So yeah, that's what I'm going with. Next, we have a fun matchup. We have the 6-3 Dallas Cowboys taking on the 8-1 Minnesota Vikings.
Hypothetically, let's talk about them boys.
Okay.
Them Cowboys. Let's say they just suck the rest of the year and are terrible.
It's quite a hypothetical.
and don't win a game and give up an extra wild card spot. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
It
could happen.
Maybe San Fran and who's the other team in that division? The Giants both make it and the Cowboys don't. Now we got an extra wild card spot.
Who could make it?
The Detroit Lions could make it. I'm taking Minnesota in this game. I originally had Dallas. This was the one I switched during the podcast.
okay.
And then I thought, what an idiot decision out of you. So give me Minnesota.
Yeah.
Rooting for them. Go Minnesota, I
Yeah,
guess.
and something I haven't done all year. These are two teams I don't like. Like you said, I'm taking Minnesota to win this game. We're at that stage where Minnesota is clearly going to win the division. It's not up for grabs. So we, like you said, we got to root for these other teams to start losing. This weekly picks has been pretty Lions biased, I guess. But it's like also, I mean, I do think all these are realistic outcomes, obviously.
Me too.
So give me the Vikings. Yeah, like you said, the Cowboys, they still have the Eagles once more. They have Washington once more. They have the New York Giants once more. Minnesota this week. I assume there's probably a couple other tougher games in that slate. They won the division last year, right? Yeah, so they might have another big game or two left. There's a world where you lose to a team like the Green Bay Packers.
Things can go start sliding.
You let Christian Watson score 3 tutties on you when he's done nothing all year, and the Packers suck terribly, and
Yeah,
you
they
lose. Imagine
run
losing to the Packers.
They run the shit out of the ball, and you have Michael Parsons and couldn't stop them.
Like, I couldn't imagine a world losing to the Packers.
Couldn't be me,
It
Cowboys
happened to
fans.
Dallas, so I feel like it's going to be end of the season for
Yeah,
them. They're going to start downhill. It's always about this time of year where Dallas, it's like the old Dallas Super Bowl team. I fell for it this year. I'm thinking about it. it's going to happen at some point where they'll fall apart, whether it's week 1 of the playoffs or now. Why not now?
Yeah, you might want to keep a close eye on Jerry Jones the next few weeks, if you know what I mean.
We'll leave it at that. Next, we have the 5-4 Cincinnati Bengals taking on the 3-6 Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't think in the history of the show in this matchup taking Pittsburgh, and I don't plan on changing anytime soon. Give me Cincinnati. Give me their spread. It's at -1.5, so I'm almost guaranteeing that's gonna hit.
Listen, I got news. I know that you've seen this video for sure. I mean, I assume you have. 2 weeks ago, this was 2 weeks ago now. The part of my take made a video saying that every team that beats the Carolina Panthers loses in their next game. Everyone's forgetting that Cincinnati Bengals were on bye last week, but the week before was Joe Mixon's big 5-tutty blowout versus the Carolina Panthers. It's been a bye, but everyone's forgetting. It happened to the Rams. They got a bye in between. They still lost. I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers. This game was supposed to be on Sunday Night Football this week, and they switched it because that's got to piss the Pittsburgh Steelers off. If I'm Mike Tomlin, I am fired up. You just came off a big win against the New Orleans Saints. This is one of the biggest rivalries in the NFL. It's always a chippy game.
Yeah, it is.
I know I'm not a Steelers fan. I wanted this game on Sunday night.
Me too.
Bengals Steelers is always trash talking drama. I love it. And they took it off of there. That's got to make them mad. Give me the Steelers.
Yeah, and you're forgetting to mention Pittsburgh really doesn't lose when TJ Watt plays. And he's back. So, like, that's not crazy.
It's not crazy,
I can't disagree with that pick.
So, give me the Steelers.
Yeah.
I hope it works.
Respect.
Next, Sunday Night Football. We have the 7-2 Kansas City Chiefs taking on the 5-4 Los Angeles Chargers.
Man, the Chiefs look good. Man, if we updated our MVP rankings, I think there'd be some movement. I think Mahomes would have a case at number 1.
We did it last week.
Yeah, I know, but Jalen Hurts lost, and I had Jalen Hurts at 1.
I think you had Mahomes 1. I think we both did.
Oh, did I? I can tell you right now.
Yeah. I just forgot to make a video about it.
Oh, yeah, I had Mahomes 1.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Never mind.
He's 1. He's MVP.
He's number 1, and I think they can beat the Chargers by a touchdown. I took their spread at -6.5.
All right. Chargers get back-to-back Sunday night games. I'm taking the Chiefs, but give me the Chargers plus 6.5. I mean, they can't lose back-to-back Sunday night games, right?
I think they easily could.
They easily could. Yeah. You're right.
Keenan Allen might be back this week, though. He's practicing.
They covered against San Francisco last week. I did the exact same thing last Sunday.
Genius.
Why go away from it? I'll take them again.
Genius.
Lastly, Monday Night Football, we have the 5-4 San Francisco 49ers taking on the 4-6 Arizona Cardinals.
Ring.
Hello?
Ring. It's Kyle Shanahan. Is this Cliff Kingsbury?
Yes.
I can't wait to shit on you this week. You're terrible. I'm better than you. Give me the 49ers all day. Every day of the week. Give it to me.
I am not taking the San Francisco 49ers.
We've done this so often.
Give me these primetime games I've really realized this year. Like, what you think is going to happen, there is a high chance that it doesn't happen. Like, the primetime games are so, like, random this year. So give me the Arizona Cardinals. It's in Arizona. Kyler Murray, I think, should be back. They got a win. But he didn't play. So does that count as the Call of Duty, like, losing streak ending? Or because he didn't play, so it probably doesn't.
It's got to be game started.
Yeah, listen, Buda Baker's tired of losing, man. Hard Knocks, it's a real curse, I will say. But they got to put it to an end. This 49ers team, look, they're the new talk of the town. Everyone's loving them. I like them. They're sweet. But, like, they struggled against the Chargers on Sunday night. It wasn't looking good for a long time.
Took the backup RB to carry him
That's what I'm saying. So give me the Cardinals. I don't know, like, how they win, but that's just my pick.
Yeah.
All right, we got to pick a extreme tiebreaker here, like a third-string tiebreaker pick.
It's easy.
So
Cincinnati, Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, it works perfectly.
All right.
I'm glad we didn't forget.
Yeah, I know, because the 1 week we did. But now we have the spread picks as the second tiebreaker anyways. So, like,
oh, yeah.
But there's a world where that is a tie, too.
There's a world.
All right, quickly, right now, I'm writing them down just for, like, fun so we can look at them later. Super Bowl pick right now, week 11 Super Bowl pick.
I'm not running out. I'm going 49ers. I'm sticking to my guns. Trying to think. I don't know my divisions that well or my sides. Is the Bills on the other side?
Yeah.
I'm taking the Dolphins.
49ers, Dolphins.
Yeah, give me that.
And 49ers win?
Yeah, 49ers won.
Damn, that's pretty sweet.
It'd be
That
a
would
pretty
be fun.
awesome Super Bowl.
Mike McDaniel versus the Niners again. I like that.
That'd be cool.
I like that.
Tyreek and the stars on the field in that game would be unreal.
We were just talking about that. I don't think Miami and the Chiefs play there this year, but Miami versus Kansas City, what a game that would be. Dude.
That'd be
fun.
electric.
I'm going to go, I don't like Philly. I don't like Minnesota. I don't like Seattle. Who the hell is going to make the Super Bowl?
Minnesota?
Is it going to be San Francisco,
Minnesota?
Dude? I might have to take the Lions. I don't know.
It's San Francisco. It really is.
It probably is because I just don't trust Philly or Minnesota. And, other than that, is Tampa Bay really, do they step it up?
No.
I mean, they're going to win that division.
Though. They literally...
they're going to make the playoffs. So it's
chance Tom Brady goes back to the Super Bowl. I know that it sounds freaking crazy when I say it, when I've watched him play this year.
Yeah.
All it takes is winning 3 games in a row in the playoffs.
I've decided that I do think Tom Brady and the Bucks, mainly not Tom Brady, just the Buccaneers as a whole, they are going to step up. Buccaneers make the Super Bowl, but they're not going to win. They're going to lose, and it's going to be... Let me figure it out.
Yep.
Because I have a squad that I really like.
It's the Dolphins.
It's not, but I want to take them, and I just feel like it's their time to make a playoff run eventually. But I don't think that it's gonna happen. It's the Titans. I don't think it's gonna happen. It's gonna be the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs, Bucks rematch. Chiefs win. Mahomes gets his revenge on Tom Brady.
Finally gets crowned.
So that's what I'm gonna go
Passing
with.
of the torch moment. You're going for one of the greatest moments ever. There might be a documentary.
That's what I'm going for.
Game.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if Patrick
Mahomes
were to win.
Happen. So
yeah, Tom Brady's not making the Super Bowl.
All right, let's talk about some college football quickly. Just to talk about the matchups for this week. Michigan takes on Illinois. Big time game this is. This is one of Michigan's biggest tests of the year so far, especially because it's week before Ohio State game. Got to win this game. Illinois is on a 2-game losing streak. Lost to Michigan State and Purdue the last 2 weeks.
I just want a clean win. That's all I want. I want it to the super clean game. We win by 2 or 3 touchdowns. I don't care. I just want 0 turnovers and good football. That's all I want.
And that's what they've been playing. Then Michigan State takes on Indiana. They are looking to become bowl eligible in this game, which would be huge. Should be a dub. They've turned around their season for the most part, so hopefully we can win against Indiana before taking on Penn State last game of the year. All right, let's talk about... Do we want to talk about NBA right now or college basketball?
Probably college hoops. There's not really much to talk about
Yeah, we were
with our
talking
teams.
about both of the games that happened, and then we'll talk about tonight's game, obviously. So let's talk about the first game, Friday night, the Armed Forces Classic on the USS Abe Lincoln. Michigan State versus Gonzaga. What a fun game this was. Obviously, it's just such a cool thing to do it on the aircraft carrier, especially second half, sun goes down. And it was a really fun game. Michigan State did get out to about a 12-point lead at one point. Gonzaga comes back, which I think we all expected. And we lose at the very end on a broken play, last play of the game. It's whatever. I think it's a good experience for our team, and I think if we played them on a regular court, we lose by a lot more. So I'm fine with the outcome. What do you think of the game?
Pretty amazing, man. The scenery, to actually be there, the legends between Mark Few and Tom Izzo on the floor. What a spectacular basketball atmosphere in the most unexpected place I would think ever, on a giant ship that's made to land airplanes. Just sounds ridiculous. I was, on the podcast, I was asking, is there wind? Yeah, there was windy.
Wind, yeah.
You could see it, it's just so crazy to me. It's like playing a game at Rucker Park or Venice Beach. A little bit different. This was an actual college basketball court that they put on the aircraft carrier. But then they zoom out, and there could be 15. You could do a whole center.
There's
here,
3
a sports
football
center.
fields on, or that's how long that ship is.
That's ridiculous. You could put 10 of those things on there and have a recreational sports center.
Literally.
And it'd be awesome.
It'd be crazy.
It was so lit. It was awesome. It was just so cool.
Yeah.
And props to Michigan State for playing a great game. They contained Drew Timme for a long time.
Yeah.
He's finally started getting going, but they contained him for a very long time.
Yeah, it was definitely a really scrappy game, obviously, because there wasn't a lot of jump shots going, not even going in, but just being shot. It was just a lot of driving it to the hoops. There was a lot of fouls. Like you said, we were containing Drew Timme for a while, but foul trouble caught up to us. Joey Hauser fouls out. Matty Sissoko fouls out late. And we had to run small ball. Matty Sissoko, love to see the game from him. He was a guy that I knew that he was going to be the starting center this year, but I didn't know how much confidence I had in that. But he looks like he can be the next defensive anchor center that this team really misses. So hopefully if he can stay out of foul trouble the rest of the year, I'm excited for him if he can knock down free throws, because he's definitely a lob threat. He looks like he has gotten much more comfortable in the paint as well.
Does.
That was a big concern of him last year. He would get the ball and it's just like he looks like he doesn't know what to do. But he looks like he has made a massive leap just in off of one game so far. AJ Holgard played as good as I thought he was going to. He definitely could be all Big Ten player this year. And that Joey Hauser disappointed for sure. Malik Hall played solid. Jaden Akins still isn't 100%. But I'm excited for this team going forward.
Joey Hauser is the most disappointing player every game you watch him.
Yeah.
He's just disappointing.
He went off in the game against Northern Arizona, but yeah, this game against Gonzaga got in foul trouble off rip, and
it feels like every time I watch him, I'm
it's
like,
the big games that he stepped up, I guess, in the tournament last year. Like he did really well against Davidson.
he'll have a
Duke.
gamer here every now and then, but I think any starter.
This is
would
supposed to
do
be
that.
his team, though. He came back fifth year. It was him, Gabe, and Marcus Bingham all the opportunity to come back, and it was only him that came back. It's supposed to be his squad. And he needs to step up and be a leader. If you saw, I don't know if you saw the clip, but like the first 2 minutes of the game, him and Matty Sissoko got into a little argument on the court about grabbing a rebound. It's like you can't be arguing with your guys like that. You need to like be the leader. So he's always had a confidence problem. I'm not shitting on Joey Hauser or anything. I do like Joey Hauser, and I'm happy he's on this team. But he just needs to be the leader that this team, not needs, but just he needs to be a leader.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Michigan, right after, took on Eastern Michigan at Little Caesars Arena. What a great, fun game this was.
Yeah, this game was electric from the jump. Amani Bates really brought his A game, looking to prove these haters wrong, and he did that.
He
absolutely
totally did that.
He looked like an NBA player playing against college players the entire time. He was unreal. The step back he hit from the logo, ridiculous. That was one of the most I belong in the NBA shots I've ever seen. I'm really excited to see what Eastern does. For Michigan, we played a great game, in all honesty. Amani and Noah Farrakhan were hitting some crazy shots.
Yeah.
Defensively, we could have defended Noah Farrakhan a little bit better. But offensively, we were fine. Hunter Dickinson had a great game, which is expected. Jet Howard, man, that dude likes to shoot the ball. He was missing a lot.
He let that thing fly.
T. Will, I was actually impressed by.
Yeah.
Terrence Williams was pretty impressive. Kobe Buffkin was fine.
The guard play seems like it could be a concern this year for Michigan, coming from at least the past years where the guard play has been very well. Not saying like it is right now, but I could just see could see it being a concern.
Why can I not think of the point guard?
Llewellyn.
Yeah, Jalen Llewellyn.
He played solid.
But that's just what he is.
And like Doug McDaniel coming off the bench, I don't know how much. He seems like he's getting big minutes right away as a 5'10" freshman. And it's just like, we saw that once with Foster Lawyer. I'm not comparing them to or anything. They're much different players. But yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see how Michigan is this year. I think they'll be fine. I'm really interested to know, is Jet Howard gonna be one and done? That's what I'm really thinking about.
If he can really score the ball this year, he's a big, athletic 3-and-D wing, which is what the NBA is full of now. Feels like there's 8 of them on every NBA roster.
If he can shoot the ball better than Caleb Houston did last year, why can't he be one and done? He's more athletic than Caleb Houston. Caleb Houston was supposed to be the better shooter. And if Jet's better than him at shooting, I don't see why he doesn't go one and done.
Yeah, me either.
But his dad is the coach, so that could be
that'd be pretty awesome.
But also could be a reason for him to leave. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. They take on Pittsburgh Wednesday in the league, whatever. What did I call it? Yeah, the Legends Classic, I'm pretty sure it is.
It's like the best tournament all week.
Yeah. It definitely is, yeah. And then tonight, obviously, Michigan State takes on Kentucky in the Champions Classic. Really excited for this game. Duke, Kansas happens right after. Going to be a really fun matchup. Oscar Tshiebwe is making his debut tonight. There was rumor that he wasn't going to play because he hasn't played yet this year. Player of the year last year, so we'll see how well Matty Sissoko contains him. This Kentucky team's really good because it was like last year. They have a lot of upperclassmen, unlike usual. The transfer portal has been a large benefit to Kentucky. So it's going to be a fun game. We'll see what happens. This could be a lot worse than the Gonzaga game. It could be a win for this Michigan State team. So
who's all in this classic? It's you guys, Kentucky, Duke,
Kansas.
Seems mid. Doesn't seem like a very good tournament.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't.
Seems like
at
you get a
all.
little.
It happens like every single year.
I know,
but-
and every year I'm kind of looking at it like, oh, wonder if they'll ever get some good teams in there.
They did just announce that we're playing Duke next year, and it'll be Kansas, Kentucky. We usually never play Kansas. It's always usually Duke or Kentucky. Sometimes we'll play Kansas, like occasionally, but
I mean, Duke at least has a good program now. Mike Krzyzewski's gone. At least they'll win some games.
oh yeah, following Big Cat with that one. Yeah, so that's what we're excited for those games tonight. Let's get into NBA talk. We are going to be doing our NBA MVP race. I know it's early, but like
15-ish.
yeah, 15-ish. It's like usually
the notes.
most teams have like 13 or 14. There's a team here or there that's got 15, but like who's gonna say 13 games?
Oh
in,
man, that sounds.
Yeah, so we're about at the
Gross.
15 game mark around there. We're doing our top 5 MVP race. We are doing this right now if the season ended, who's the MVP. It's not like who we think is going to be by the end of the year. You know, at least that's how I did it. I assume that's how you did it.
I'm not predicting shit.
Yeah, we're not predicting nothing.
Stuff.
I mean, obviously, I think that the list is probably still similar if we are predicting. I'm not going to lie. Like,
No, I
these,
do too.
These are all still elite players.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like there's randoms going off. Lowry Markkanen's not on here. Do we want to talk about the Pistons before this or after this? Let's just do the MVP race, actually.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions.
Jokic. Let's just toss him as an honorable mention.
Okay.
I guess Embiid. He's only played like 3 games.
Yeah.
So he doesn't even count. I don't know. I don't have an honorable mention.
Yeah, I had to give some love to some guys just because there's so many names that are missed that are going to be here. It's crazy the amount of guys that are averaging 30 so far this year. There's
Everybody.
like 8 guys that are. Everyone on this list is. My honorable mentions, Jokic, KD, Shea I did put as an honorable mention. He's been really good so far this year. Embiid, but yeah, he hasn't played that much. He just had that insane game the other night.
Game.
59 points and like what, 9 or like 7 blocks and like 11
18,
boards or
yeah.
something. Like what a
Yeah,
crazy
nuts.
game for him. So yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
My number 5 is the Donovan Mitchell. He is averaging 32 points a game, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. He's been balling. The Cavs look so elite at the start of the year. They didn't have Darius Garland, and they were still winning all these games with Donovan Mitchell putting up 40-point games and just going ridiculous. He's said he's really making an emphasis on the defensive side of the ball this year, and it's evident. He's really working on it, and he looks a lot better. It might help with some of the back line defenders that they have, but this Cleveland team is scary.
Yeah.
With
And Garland just put up 50 the other night too. Like
this team is ridiculous. They're to me, they feel like an Eastern Conference finals favorite at this point. That's how good they feel. Maybe not a favorite because of Boston and Milwaukee, but they
Still,
could easily,
they're one of those
they could be
top-
the Hawks.
I would say they're a top 4 Eastern Conference
Yes.
team at this point. Yeah.
Yes.
My number 5 is Steph Curry of the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry has had the backpack he's got on right now has got to weigh. It's got to be one that you're walking like this with, you know,
Yeah.
like your back is hurting bad.
He tosses it on, his back breaks. 'cause it
Yeah,
bends the
exactly.
wrong
Like
way.
that could happen
Yeah.
at some point this year because of how much he is carrying this Warriors team right now. Steph's
suck.
averaging 31.5 points, about 6.5 rebounds and assists, shooting 43% from downtown. But the Warriors are 6-8. You know, I wanted to put Steph
They're
higher
bad.
because he has been on go mode this year. Like he's been unreal. He's had multiple 40-point games already, but they're a bad team. James Wiseman is getting sent down to the G League again. None of the young dudes play on this team. It's starting to bother me at this point because it's like they're almost getting to that. They're still young, but like, how long are you young dudes for?
Yeah.
You know, like, is it like 3 years, 4 years? Like, at
think it's
some
3 or
point you
4,
gotta
yeah.
play and be like in like you can be young guys and still get minutes. Kuminga don't play. Moody don't play. Wiseman does not play.
Why draft these guys if you're never going to trust them? You have to allow them to grow. You know, put them
Yeah.
out there with Clay, Steph, Wiggins, and Draymond. Stick Kuminga out there with them. Let him learn with those 4 vets on the floor.
Yeah.
They don't do enough of this shit, especially early in the year. I get they're 6-8, and they kind of have to also win games. But the whole you've been for 2 years now rebuilding while winning games, except you're not even rebuilding. You aren't playing the young guys. You're
Yeah.
just winning games with young
just
players
have
on
young
your
guys,
roster,
yeah.
who should be playing somewhere in the league. It's pretty frustrating.
And obviously,
low-key.
like we can't sit here like they're making a terrible decision because they did it last year and they
Yeah.
won the championship.
And I'm not there in practice. I don't know how good these guys
but
are.
at the same time, like it's not like I would understand if the team is really good and it's like, okay, like we can't find guys to replace them with, like give these guys no minutes. Anthony Lamb is getting like 20 minutes a night on the Warriors right now. Do you know who Anthony Lamb is?
All I can think in my head is a perfect mix of Anthony Morrow and Jeremy Lamb and the Thunder. That's what I got in my head.
That's exactly. But like that's what I'm saying. Like a random guy.
Never heard of him.
He's getting rotational minutes on this team. Like this team's bad. Why not try something else out? Like Clay has not been good. Wiggins has been all right. Draymond has not been good. Like I just don't really understand like what's going on here. Poole hasn't been that good either. So, I don't know. Steph's number 5, though.
Yeah, it might be a little bit of a championship hangover, maybe.
Yeah, like the LA Rams.
Yeah, their hangover's a lot more than a hangover. Yeah, they've got a problem.
They're just like blacked out permanently.
Number 4, give me the young gun. Give me Ja Morant, averaging 36 and 7. This Grizzlies team is like nothing without him other than Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane's been balling.
And he's out now. He's going to miss like 2 to 4 weeks, they said, with a toe sprain or something. Something with his toe. Maybe it was his thumb.
Beef Stew. Beef Stew is the one with the toe.
It might have been his thumb. So it's either a finger or a toe.
Yeah, I guess they both could have.
It could also
injuries.
be a toe. Yeah, it's like not like only one person.
Yeah, in the whole NBA, only one.
No, he's got the toe this week. It's not him. Yeah,
you're not allowed to be hurt there. Ja Morant's he's electric. When you watch him, it's clear that this guy should be in the running with how much he matters to his team, whether it be energy, whether it be scoring the points. He just does exactly what's needed from his team every single game.
Yeah, Ja Morant didn't make my list. I low-key just like completely forgot about Ja Morant. I don't think I would put him over any of these guys, but I didn't put him as an honorable mention, so sorry, I guess.
Hey, you also didn't put TJ Warren. I kind of realized that. So
KD, by the way, I saw something that he has the longest streak of 25-point games to start a season. I think ever. It might have been like since somebody, but he has like every game he's put 25 up this year, so...
Damn,
it's pretty crazy. Yeah, it was like 13 games was like the mark or something. That
he only does that though. He'll only score 25.
Yeah,
like
he won't put up 40.
No,
he'll score 25 to 35
on
every
15
night.
shots.
Yeah,
and it's so weird.
All right, my number 4 is Donovan Mitchell. You already talked about him. He's been really good this year. Career highs in points and assists. Shooting the ball really well, 43% from downtown. The Cavs are 8-5. He looks really good, and he looks like he is enjoying his relocation in Cleveland, and this team is really good, so he's number 4.
Who is the GM in Cleveland?
Colby Altman, I think.
Shout out that guy.
Yeah,
he's a baller.
Pretty sure it's him.
He's built an awesome team. My number 3 is Luka Doncic. Luka's numbers scream number 1 MVP. He's averaging 34 points a game, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Why'd you do that?
Sorry, did that mess up?
In the middle of my monologue.
I had to move it.
No, I'm playing. I'm totally. I mean, it did make a noise, but anyways,
that's like totally screaming it to me, like number 1 MVP.
Yeah, it's almost like yelling.
Yeah,
at you
like it's hurting my ears almost.
Except he's not. When you watch him play, obviously he is top 3. He is. That's incredible. But the other 2 guys, it's more about how they perform when you watch them. Luka has the great numbers. He's going to always have those great numbers as long as he's in Dallas. In the system that they have surrounding him, this Dallas team looks really good. Christian Wood, early 6th Man of the Year candidate. But who knows? But Luka, number 3.
My number 3 is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis right now is playing really well, and obviously the Bucks are off to a hot start. Giannis averaging 31, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, steal, and a block. Bucks are really good. Chris Middleton still has yet to play this year, so it's just like shows how good the Bucks are. I already see that they're trying to trade Grayson Allen for like a defensive-minded wing or something. Cool. Like, it's always something you could need.
Yeah, I always felt like he was a defensive-minded wing.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you have him and Pat Connaughton. Like, do you really need both?
No.
Javon Carter has played really well this year for them so far. Brook Lopez has been really nuts, too, which I thought he was going to, like, fall off. He's not. He's playing really well. But, yeah, Giannis, number 3.
Yeah, you thought the Splash Mountain was going to fall off?
No.
That don't exist.
I shouldn't
there
have
ain't
ever
no
thought
cliffs
that.
on that mountain.
No.
It's a smooth-ass mountain. Number 2 is Jason Tatum. Averaging 32.7 rebounds, 4 assists. His numbers don't do him justice.
No.
When I watch him, I literally think to my, like lately, especially against the Pistons when he had 43, it became like this guy might be the best player on the planet. There might be nobody who can touch this guy. When he has the ball in his hands, there's a great chance he's scoring it. And there's nothing you can do about it. He has become elite in every aspect of the game. He's now, I believe, an elite playmaker. Even though he's only averaging 4 assists a game, I believe he is an elite defender. This Celtics team is sitting at the top of the Eastern Conference with nobody else to thank other than their incredible duo of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And JT is just incredible. He's just so much fun to watch.
Yeah.
I can't even put into words how much fun he is to watch.
Yeah, my number 2 is Jason Tatum as well. Tatum's been unreal. And like you said, the game against the Pistons was really just like that. It was just like
eye-opening.
Like, oh my God, like he is going crazy. He was just like, because we were trying to get back into the game, obviously, and it was just like he would hit a shot and it was like, all right, he'll miss the next one.
No
And then
way
gets
he
one,
does
it's like,
that
okay,
again.
he's not making that one. Oh my God, he made that one. And he hit the one on the side step right in front of the Pistons bench, turns and looks at the Pistons bench like, oh my God. Okay, before we do the finish this though, speaking of looking at the Pistons bench, what's up with every single team hating on the Pistons every time they play us, dude? Like, it's got to be like the crowd or something. Like, they got to be chirping or something. Because players just be talking shit to the maximum against the Pistons. Like, it's not like we're good. We're a young team. Like, we're a bunch of young dudes. Like, what are you elders doing but bitching out like these young guys? I don't know. It's just like, I don't mind it, but it just seems like every time we play a team at home, they are just going at our necks.
Yeah, I imagine Beef Stew's gotten himself a reputation.
Yeah.
I could definitely see Jaden Ivey developing one just because of the way he plays. It's annoying.
Yeah,
it'd be annoying to have
and
to
he
play
definitely
against.
like when he makes good
Yeah.
plays, he definitely like gets hype.
Yeah, and so I could see the Pistons begin to get a reputation, but I agree. But if I'm the Pistons bench and Jason Tatum hits that shot and turns and looks at me, I'm looking away. I'm not
Yeah,
staring.
what do you say back?
I'm not staring at him.
like,
Yeah, nice shot, boy.
Oh yeah, good one. Do it again.
Like, I'm looking away. I'm
Yeah,
not
like-
staring back at him. Oh, wonder if the Little Caesars pizza guy.
Oh yeah,
has
look
got
at that
anything.
fan up there. Yeah.
Is that a
cotton
hot
candy
ready?
up there? Yeah, that's cool. Oh look, it's Baby Tron. is
Free
in the
t-shirts?
crowd. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know. That's been something that's been weird to me. But yeah, Tatum has been unreal this year. Celtics are 11-3, and they've had some injury issues with Jaylen Brown being out. Obviously, Robert Williams III has not played at all this year, so Tatum's putting on that backpack as well.
Yep.
And the Celtics are really good.
My number 1 is Giannis Antetokounmpo, averaging 31, 11, and 5. The Bucks also sit at the top of the Eastern Conference. I think they have the same record, 11 and 3.
Yeah, they're 10-3.
10 and 3. So a game behind. But Giannis looks just as incredible. He is Shaq out there. He is the most dominant player physically in the game right now, and there's no question about it. It's not even close.
My number 1's Luka Doncic. Like, you know, you were talking about how like it's really all about him in Dallas, but that is why I gave him the number 1, just because it is all about him. Like, he is the only reason that this team's any good. They're 7-5 right now. I mean, they have good players, obviously, but like they didn't really go get another guy for Jalen Brunson this offseason, so it was just like, all right, Luka, like just do more than you already do.
Yeah, he's the motor that drives the car.
Yeah, exactly. He just does it all. Dinwiddie actually has been really good this year too, along with Luka, which is nice to see. But yeah, Luka's just been like crazy unreal. He's not shooting the ball well from threes right so far this year, only like 29% or something.
That'll fix itself.
That'll get up to at least about 35-ish. But yeah, Luka is my number 1 right now.
Yeah, totally. Can't disagree too much with that list. And 13 games into the year.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't be. I thought you were going to have Shea. I really did. I assumed you would.
I was thinking about it, but it's just like they're 6-8 too. They're not very good, and just like there's so many other players that have been really
many.
good. I wanted to put Shea on my list, but like I just can't. Like,
sadly, so many with bigger names right now. And
that are just doing as good, if not better. So
yeah, for sure.
Shea's first-time All-Star this year, though, 100%.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's talk about the Detroit Pistons. First thing I want to talk about this week, the Isaiah Stewart will get his revenge. We take on the LA Lakers this week. It's going to be fun. Hopefully LeBron plays. He's been missing the last few games. Wouldn't be surprised if he bitched out and didn't play, because I'd be scared of Beef Stew,
Me too.
It is in LA, though, so it's going to be, you know, like, it's not going to be like at home. You know, when he comes back to Detroit,
That's
like,
going to be a problem.
Expect the
A
house.
bloodbath.
Yeah, like expect a murder to go down.
Whoa. We got really dark. Are we talking about basketball?
But that was just one thing I wanted to say. Let's talk about last night, though. The Detroit Pistons lost to the Toronto Raptors for the first time in like 40 years. We've lost to that team.
I think that was our first loss ever.
Yeah, I think
to the
it was
Raptors.
since they started their franchise. Yeah, Dwayne Casey owns the Raptors, but finally we lost to them. Unfortunate news.
And what an odd day to lose to them. They're missing 4 starters.
Yeah.
And we're going to lose now.
I mean, we are missing Cade, and like this team without Cade is
rough.
like pretty crazily bad. Like I almost would take that team without them. I mean, obviously I would because they won.
Yeah.
But yeah, no Freddie, no Scotty, or no, Scotty did play. No Freddie, no Siakam, no Gary Trent, no Precious Ashua. They still get the dub. Scotty
Precious
Barnes
start?
didn't even have a good game. Kinda, yeah, like some games. He has been starting some games this year, but they haven't been fully
yeah,
healthy.
I said 4 starters. I didn't really know.
And like we said, Delano Banton had a really big game for them. Chris
that
Boucher
guy.
went off. But the Pistons tried out something new. Sadiq Bey hit the bench for the first time since his rookie year, and they started Marvin Bagley along with Isaiah Stewart, and Bogdanovich moved over to the 3. It kind of worked. I mean, like Marvin Bagley had a good game, but like you said, Isaiah Stewart went down with a toe injury. I don't know the status of him. Did you see it at all? Like if he's going to play next game or not?
Checked, no.
I haven't either. I'm pretty sure the Lakers is the next game. I'm going to look because
They play Clippers, Lakers, Utah?
I'm starting. Do they?
I think so.
I'm starting LeBron against the Pistons this week because I just have a feeling like he's going to
gonna
want to
go
go.
bad.
But Beef Stew might not play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they play Clippers on Thursday, and then Lakers on Friday, so back-to-back, and then Sacramento on Sunday.
Sacramento.
And then they have the Nuggets on Tuesday, and then the
Jeez
Jazz on
Louise.
Wednesday, and then the Suns on Friday. These are all away games.
Yeah, we're not
They
coming
are
home
on
for
a
a minute.
crazy... Dude, we're going to have to be up so late watching all these games, dude. 9 o'clock. So the Sunday game's at 6 o'clock. 10:30 Friday, 10:30 Thursday. This blows, dude.
It does. Here's my opinion on the
We're getting it
Sadiq
out of the
thing.
way, though. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I don't mind Sadiq going to the bench. However, if there was a guy I would rather have off my bench, it would be Bojan.
I think so, too.
I think he's a much better playmaker. I think he's much better to run a group. I don't think Sadiq is that kind of answer. Now, obviously, if you just bring Sadiq in for Bojan, that fixes the rotational problems, and Bojan gets put in with the bench unit. But I don't know. I don't want to start Bojan. Like, I hope this isn't an all-year thing. I don't want Sadiq coming off the bench all year. I think he's
so.
Crazy.
But I think I doubt they do it for just one game, though.
Yeah.
So, like, I assume they're going to try it out for a series of games. But if Isaiah Stewart continues to be hurt, you just put Sadiq back in. Bagley's your center.
Yeah, and maybe you try moving Bojan to the bench. Maybe. I mean, he's probably okay. I don't know.
And I'm just trying to remember.
They mentioned they're taking calls for Bojan. Everybody's calling about him.
I saw that teams are calling the Pistons about Bojan. I doubt that they are the ones like, yeah, come get Bojan. Like, we just re-sign him. I think he will be on the team the rest of the year. I'm going to search up Cade real quick.
He can't even be traded this year.
Yeah, I don't think he can either. So I'm going to search up Cade to see when he's coming back because he's going to miss 4 games. They said
You might
I
as
think
well
he's missed
search up
2
Beef
already.
Stew, too.
Yeah, I will. Cade Cunningham will play. It sounds like maybe the second one of the back-to-back against the Lakers on Friday.
Okay.
Maybe up until Sunday against Sacramento, but they said he's going to be reevaluated after 4 games, so maybe it's longer. He's just got a shin injury, so it's nothing crazy. But yeah, I don't mind Sadiq coming off the bench, but I don't know. I think I would rather have Bojan, but I guess Bojan's a better player, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Beef Stew.
And the veteran, obviously.
Suffered some injury. Oh, so there hasn't been an update since the initial report of him getting hurt. So
Gotcha.
No clue yet. But he's listed as day-to-day right now. Yeah, I doubt it's going to be much of an injury at all. But Killian Hayes, let's talk about Killian Hayes. He last night he didn't have the best game, but he didn't really shoot the ball that much actually. But the few games after that, or before that, he has been finally starting to find his stride shooting the ball. Against the Boston Celtics, I think he had 13 points, maybe 15 or 16 even, and a lot of them came on jump shots, some threes, mid-range shots, and he's had multiple 10-plus point games. He's not doing extremely efficiently by any means, but it's just nice to see the jumpers going in.
Yeah,
He's got the confidence to take them. Jaden Ivey was talking about it in an interview the other day, they asked him about Killian Hayes, and he said, yeah, Killian's playing with another level of confidence right now that, these guys haven't seen yet before. So it's nice to see with Cade being out. It gives him an opportunity to get bigger minutes and, show us what he can do.
Yeah, it might be a blessing in disguise for a team that isn't good, for their star young player to get hurt when a draft class
minor injury, yeah.
like Victor Wembanyama is out there. Mm-hmm. It's really allowed Killian in the last few weeks to try some new things, to force up more shots, to really look to be more aggressive scoring the ball. And I think it's only going to benefit Killian the more that Cade sits out, sadly. However, I hope that when Cade comes back, we can move Killing back to the bench.
Yeah, that will happen.
And it becomes, 8 points a game, 5 assists, and blah. That's all we need. That's okay from Killing.
Yeah.
If he becomes a permanent role player for the Pistons, that would be
fine.
so awesome.
Yeah. I don't expect. I mean, he can't be a starter. We have Ivy and Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, he will never start.
And speaking of Ivy, Jaden Ivy has looked really
He's
good in the
amazing.
games that Cade has been out. Last game he played really well. He stepped up late in the fourth quarter. I think Ivy really once he really figures out when to turn it on and turn it off, because he has that explosiveness about him, and you can kind of tell when he's about to go it's almost like a bull.
Yeah, like a
kicking
gallop.
he really is getting it ready. Once he really learns how to figure that out 100%, he's going to be dangerous because he's been hitting his shots this year. And he's been passing the ball much better than I thought he would coming out of Purdue. He was a guy at Purdue that was labeled as a tunnel vision type guy. He gets his eye on the rim, and that's where he's going, and that's where the ball's going. But he's been really good on kickouts so far this year. Had 8 assists last night. So Ivy has really surprised me. He has been really good so far this year. That's not even just Pistons bias. He has been much better than I expected.
I can really only point out one negative of his game. Other than that, I've been incredibly impressed. Even his jump shooting has impressed me. He's a much better jump shooter
hitting a lot of jumpers
than I would imagine. But a lot of times he'll jump up in the air and get caught and go, oh shit, I got nowhere to go with this basketball.
That's true. He does do that.
Usually he'll end up making a pass. That's not a good one, but it's not a turnover, so it doesn't matter. But that's the only negative I've been able to pick out about Jaden Ivey so far.
Yeah, and I can see you saying maybe, when he drives to the hoop, sometimes he just...
He just goes.
But that's the same guy that when he does that, he's getting dunks and athletic finishes. So I'm fine with him doing that because not most of the time, but a good amount of the time, it works out for us in a good way. So.
Yeah, he's got to, like you said, figure out when to do it, when to really go. It's when the paint clears. It's when you're in 2-on-1s, 1-on-2s.
And when you're playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, it might not be the best idea to do it a lot.
Yeah,
that's
maybe
when
you avoid
Evan
that.
Mobley gets 7 blocks. Yeah. So, but you're playing, the Lakers, I guess. No, not maybe the Clippers,
the Rockets.
The Rockets. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a team we're gonna play.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You can do it a little bit. Yeah, exactly. You're playing the Raptors last night.
Yeah, you should be yamming everything.
Exactly, and he was attacking the hoop well. But yeah, what I want to talk about was Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama. I don't know if you saw the other clip. I think it was yesterday of the one-legged pull-up three.
Again?
He did it again, but it was a much more contested shot, and it was just easy. It wasn't even a pull-up. He just kind of just did it. He also had that weird fall where it looked like he was a giraffe, falling with his legs all split. Did you see that? It looked really it looked like he snapped both of his legs, but he was fine. He just got right up. He just falls really awkwardly because of how big he is.
Huge.
But there's all this hype surrounding around Victor Wembanyama, and I'm just picturing him wow, this is going to be crazy when he's in the NBA. One thing I don't picture though when I think of that is him on the Pistons. I'm just thinking wow, when he's on the Jazz or the Pacers or
when he's on the
I shouldn't say
Magic.
the Jazz, they're good. Yeah, the Magic or the Rockets. That's just the Spurs. That's what I think of. But the Pistons could get Victor Wembanyama,
Yeah, especially with the Utah Jazz balling out. We expected them to be in the running. There's a very good chance we finish as a bottom 3 team in the NBA.
There is. And I was going to pull up the standings right now. Right now, the Pistons are the second worst team in the NBA as far as win percentage goes. The only team that's worse is the Houston Rockets. They're 2-12. We're 3-12. The only other 3-win team is the Lakers. And I just feel like the Lakers at some point will... They will not be the worst team in the league, they will at least be the 12 seed or something. So, there's these other teams that are going to compete with us. The Spurs will fall off at one point. The OKC Thunder might, but if Shea's playing at this high of a level, they're going to win some games. They're 6-8 right now. The Orlando Magic 4-10. Yeah, they could be bad all year. The Charlotte Hornets 4-11. Melo Ball just came back. They'll win some more games, but this team could be bottom 5 bad for sure. Indiana Pacers 6-6 right now. They're playing at a high level. There is a very realistic world where the Lions, the Pistons can get Victor Wembanyama.
I haven't even began to think about something like that because I don't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna think about it until post trade deadline when it the tank really starts and we start benching everybody. Because it probably will happen again this year. I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't.
We're not in no position. We're in no position.
So. We're like I said, we're 15 games in the season. Pistons are 3-12, but if we get Victor Wembanyama,
it's over.
I'm gonna go. I thought the day that we won the lottery for Cade was insane. We win the lottery for Wembanyama. Like, I'm sorry, Cade. I love you, Cade. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I'm not even going to say that. I'll say, like, it's Wembanyama's team, but it's them two's team. Yeah. It's Cade and Wembanyama's team as a duo. That duo could be elite, and it would just be the most unreal thing ever.
Yeah, that opens up the whole new door of being a fan of, like, the stress of will be good, the stress of will this guy get hurt.
Yeah.
Because you're actually playing for something at that point. I haven't had many of those opportunities as a fan.
I haven't, like, actually in quite some time.
Yeah.
Like, I got my hopes up with Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond, but, like, I wasn't, like, actually thinking, like, man, this team could, like, win a playoff series.
What if I told you I'm kind of nervous to be good? Like,
I mean, that's when the hate starts coming in, and
that's when I start disliking the game a little bit more.
That's when you're stressed out. That's when, like, NBA or, like, Twitter starts, like, hating on your team.
You off too,
yeah, like let's talk about the Suns. Like Ivan.
Yeah.
He's a Suns fan. Everyone loved the Suns year one. Like, they made the finals. It's awesome. Ever since then, dudes hate the Suns.
Yeah.
I mean, we've involved. I don't hate the Suns, but, like, I play into the joke 100%.
Yeah. Today
you're
I'm wearing
rocking
a
a
D-Book
Suns jersey. Yeah.
Today I am. Rep. I had to do it for Paul Loki. I feel bad. Like you said, if somebody was doing this about the Pistons, I would get, like, so worked up and upset. I'd be tweeting all the time. I'd be getting like banned on Twitter.
Exactly. Like, the Suns are pretty good right now.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what was just tweeted about Isaiah Stewart? Detroit Pistons center Isaiah Stewart has a sprain in his right big toe and will be reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks.
Jesus.
Oh,
well, I guess Sadiq starts for a while.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, unless you want to start Duran and Bagley, but that would just be kind of crazy.
Whoa. Yeah, there's no shooting in that front court.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's a team, while we're talking about Victor Wembanyama. Have you thought about the possibility of the New Orleans Pelicans?
Via the Los Angeles Lakers.
It could happen.
Like I said, I thought about it, but I just don't think the Lakers will be the worst team in the NBA all year. Like, they'd have to get some serious lottery luck, and obviously it could happen. If that happened, it'd be bad. Like, it'd be fun to watch, but it could get bad. Like, that team could win a lot of championships.
Yeah.
But having Zion and Victor Wembanyama, two pretty injury concerning players. I mean, I don't know much about Wembanyama's health status up to this point, but I look at a guy like that, and
I can tell you he's injury prone.
I can tell you he's injury prone. Yeah, exactly. So, or at least injury scared.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to talk about quickly, because I did want to mention, I forgot. Michigan potentially has a top 5 player in the 2023 class committing to them tomorrow. Basketball, Isaiah Collier. He's a point guard. He's number 1 on Rivals, but I think he's number 4, right behind Xavier Booker on 24/7. He's committing between USC, Michigan, and Cincinnati, I believe. But it sounds like Michigan is going to be the move. So could be a huge commit for Michigan
or USC. Screw those schools, especially USC. Don't want to see him in the Big Ten playing us.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Is there anything else we got to talk about?
Nope.
All right, that's it. Go green, everybody. Go Pistons. Go Lions.
Go blue.
Go blue. Bye.
Bye.